Hi, my name is Kristin and this is Kristin Kraves Books. So I have a bit of a complicated relationship with Netgalley. I go through phases where I love it, phases where I ignore it. I have been blogging since 2017, so I have started using it since then. And my percentage right now is 60%, which is not great. And I have books on there from years ago that, you know, when you first get Netgalley, you kind of overdo it. I did that. If you're just starting, I recommend not doing that. Be very selective about what you choose because it's so easy to fall behind. But I've been better about it lately. And the fact that they introduced audiobooks has been a game changer for me. I tend to keep up with the audiobooks. I'm a little behind right now, I will admit, but I am pretty good about listening to the audiobooks eventually at least, and they don't just sit there for years. And they have their own app. You have to listen to them through the Netgalley app, which is pretty good. It does have 3 times speed. I appreciate it. It goes up that high and it has like 2.5, 1.5, so I like it for that reason. And as long as you download the audiobook, it stays there, so you have time to get through it. And I've been really enjoying that feature. So mostly what I recommend now, or what I request now, are audiobooks. And I thought it would be fun to give you a preview of what's to come, all the books that are on my Netgalley TBR that I need to prioritize and get to. And I have 2 from 2023 already. And my 2023 most anticipated releases shelf on Goodreads is already at like 83 books. So that is overwhelming already, but that'll be a future conversation. But I just wanted to go through the app, and actually I will show you a little bit of the app. It's pretty good. It's just looks like this, and these are all the books that I have. Those are the audiobooks. And then you can also read the ebooks. I do have some ebooks on here on the app, but I prefer to keep them on my Kindle because they stay forever. But for audiobooks, I think it's pretty good. So let's see what I have on here. I go to my books. I have The Half-Built Garden by Ruthanna Emrys, which is a book that came out in July, so I'm definitely behind on this one. And it's sci-fi and it's first contact with aliens, and I've been hearing some good things about it. And I haven't read a good first contact with alien story in a minute, so I thought that would be a fun one. I hope I can get to that one soon. I don't think it's very long. Then I have A Strange and Stubborn Endurance by Foz Meadows. And now I'm seeing some mixed reviews on this. This is paranormal or fantasy romance, which is kind of outside of my genre. It's a bit longer, and I saw that Erin from Booked and Busy just gave it 2 stars on Goodreads, so I don't know how to feel about that, but I do want to give that a try still. Then I have another romance that's Booked on a Feeling, and I'm a sucker for any of these book-related romances. They don't always work for me, but I will always try them. That is by JC Lee, and I think that has also come out already. If I click on these, oh no, it's playing. I'm wondering how to check the release dates on here. I don't know that I even can. Anyways, okay, so then I know that one's already out. Then I have I'm the Girl by Courtney Summers, which I know comes out in September, and I'm so excited. I screamed when I got that audiobook, because if you've read anything by Courtney Summers, you know that it's best to listen to them on audiobook. I'm hoping that it gives me Sadie vibes, and to be honest with you, I don't even know what that one's about. I just saw Courtney Summers, saw the cover, and I downloaded it. I will talk more about it when I listen to it, or when I talk about my most anticipated September releases. Then I have Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Miro, which is fantastic because I did pre-order that book and it's at home. It's not with me now, but it's a brick. It's huge, so it'll be nice to have the audiobook and read along physically, so I can have that immersion experience and actually get through it. And then the next one I have here is a 2023 release, and that is Pandora by Susan Stokes Chapman. And I think that this is a Greek myth retelling, and that is why I added it. And I will be honest with you, I see the cover sometimes and I do it. So obviously I'm not that great about being selective about what I choose, but I do think I'm gonna love that. And then I have Self-Made Boys, which is by Anna Marie Michelmore, one of my favorite authors. This also comes out in September, and this is part of that series I talk about all the time, where this publisher is taking classic novels and remixing them into more diverse YA stories. And this is a Great Gatsby remix, and the cover's adorable. Love this author. I've been enjoying all the books I've read in this series so far, so I was so excited to be approved for that one as well. Then one that I've started and is interesting, this is The Book Eaters by Sonia Dean, and this is like a fantasy horror where the people in this world actually eat books, and different genres have different flavors. And we're following a family where their son is eating darker novels and things become a bit more sinister. And I've been hearing mixed reviews, but it's an intriguing premise. And I also have Valiant Ladies by Melissa Gray. And this one came out a couple months ago. I think this is the one that I have to prioritize the most, and this is YA. It's sapphic. It's sword fighting ladies, and it just looks like a good time. And then the last one on audio is Wild as a Witch by Rachel Griffin, which just came out. Rachel Griffin wrote The Nature of Witches, which I have not read yet, but I want to get to in the fall because I do have a copy of that. And this one is following a girl who works at like a rehab center for animals, injured animals, a wildlife rehab center, I guess you would call it. And she is keeping her magic under wraps, and she has a hate to love romance with somebody who works there who hates magic. So that sounds good. I've been hearing some great reviews. So I have done pretty well. There are a lot of audiobooks that I have listened to already, so that doesn't seem that overwhelming. And then if I go to the ebooks that I have, let's see, pull this up. I have Where Darkness Blooms by Andrea Hanna, which is a 2023 release, one of my most anticipated, and honestly it was just because of how creepy this cover is. Anything with sunflowers I'm into, so you'll hear more about that in the future. Then The Do-Over by Lynn Painter, who is an author that I've been wanting to read from for ages. She actually follows me on Bookstagram. I'm planning to read one of her books this week in a weekly reading vlog. So that'll be up, I think, after this video, so look out for that, and hopefully I've read it. But The Do-Over looks really cute. I was approved for Bloodmarked by Tracy Dion. Actually, the publisher, Simon & Schuster Canada, approved me through their system. So I was thrilled about that. This is the sequel to Legendborn, and that doesn't come out till November, but I want to get to it soon so that I can participate in hype for that one. And then The Wilderness of Stars by Shay Earnshaw, another author I've been wanting to read from for years. I know everybody loves her stuff. I think I will too, because I like atmospheric writing. And I think this one has to do with astrology, which sounds really interesting. And then I have a couple Christmas romances, which is so exciting because I tend to read a lot of Christmas romances. November 1st comes and I start. So this one is Reasonable Adults by Robin LaFleur. It looks cute, a very snowy cover. There's a dog, there's no fighting. Snowball fight, I'm down for that. Kiss Her Once for Me by Alison Cochran, who wrote The Charm Offensive, which is another one I haven't read, but I really want to. And this looks adorable, so I'm excited about that one. Never Ever Getting Back Together by Sophie Gonzalez, another author I've been interested in. Of course, this Taylor Swift title was intriguing to me, and I know that it is following two contestants on a show like The Bachelor who happen to fall in love, which is just so much fun. Ace is Wild by Amanda DeWitt. This was to read now. That sounded interesting, so I picked that one up. The publisher sent me this next one unsolicited, and that is Vanessa Jared's Got a Man by LaQuette, but this looks really good, and I think it comes out in September. And I saw an author interview, and I really liked this author's personality, so I hope that that translates into her book, so I really want to read that one. And French Braid by Anne Tyler. That came out a while ago. I read an Anne Tyler book few years ago that the publisher sent me, and I really liked it, so I don't know anything about that one, but I'm curious. And then I have The Pink Hotel by Liska Jacobs, which I have tried to read so many times. This was billed as like The White Lotus. Do you remember The White Lotus last year, which I really liked, and I'm wondering when we get the second season of that, but that's what this was billed as, but it's not working for me. I've tried to read it so many times. It's supposed to be like rich people problems. There were a lot of things that I should have liked about it, but it's so boring. And I hate that it's so boring because it could have been so good. It's set in like a Beverly Hills hotel kind of thing, and I think there's an earthquake or something like that, and they all become trapped in this hotel. But it just doesn't work, and it could have been so good, so that's disappointing. So when I'm looking at this, that's pretty reasonable. I have quite a few. I don't think I have that many pending. I've been declined quite a bit, let's just be honest here. My percentage is 60, so they're not going to be giving me books constantly. But let me look what I have on your shelf. So I have 6 pending requests, which isn't too bad. This is just one that I requested today. Runtime by Catherine Ryan Howard. I know a lot of people like her. I'm going through a journey with thrillers. I don't know what I like in thrillers anymore. Domestic thrillers aren't working for me, but I'm hoping that maybe this one will. So that's on there. A Bookshop Christmas by Rachel Burton. Another Christmassy romance set in a bookshop. I hope I get approved for that one. Either way, I'll probably try it when it comes out. Husband Material by Alexis Hall. I'm not hopeful that I'm gonna get approved for that one because that book's already out and it is on Scribd, so I can listen to it I loved boyfriend material, but I made the mistake of looking at reviews of husband material and they're not good, which is so sad to me. And I know that the third book was just announced. I think it's called father material. I'm still gonna try it. I'm not gonna let the reviews deter me, but I was kind of sad to see the reviews that's getting. A dash of salt and pepper, and this looks adorable. You know that I like a foodie romance, so I had to request that one. When does this come out? Let me check. December 6th. So I still have a chance that I could get approved for that one, and that would make me so happy because this looks like something I'll absolutely love. Either way, I'll read it because, oh, it's published by Berkeley. Berkeley very rarely approves my request, so I don't have high hope. I'm gonna like the cover. I don't know if liking the cover puts me on their radar or not, but I do it anyways, and the cover is really cute. But yeah, Berkeley never approves me. Berkeley and forever, never approved me. So don't have high hopes for that one. A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. Okay, that's a title request for sure. That is such a good title. This comes out next year, March. So I have a chance. Oh, it's Berkeley as well. So we'll see. But this doesn't even have a cover reveal yet. It's just, well, I'll put it on the screen what they have, but there's no cover for this or anything yet. So who knows? Maybe I'll be approved for that in the future. I'm gonna like that cover as well, even though there is no cover. And then Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. You know, I don't think that's going to be something I'd like because I've seen reviews and I've requested this before. I was having conflicting feelings about thrillers. So Netgalley actually did this thing. It's a new feature where you can withdraw your request. So I am going to do that right now. Perfect. So yeah, let's see what I've been declined. This is always sad to go through. I don't normally look in here, but let's see what I've been declined for lately. Oh, Haven by Emma Donoghue. Emma Donoghue is one of my favorite authors. That was very disappointing, but I will still read that when it comes out. I think that comes out later this month. And it's getting mixed reviews. It's about monks on an island, I think, making some kind of discovery, but it's Emma Donoghue, so I will try it. Drunk on Love by Jasmine Guillory. That one hurts. I like Jasmine Guillory. Actually, I have a Jasmine Guillory book I am reading right now. So that one hurt, and it's interesting. I want to read more from her that's outside of the Wedding Date series, so I'm still going to try that one when it comes out. This one hurts too. The Fraud Squad by Kyla Zhao, which comes out next year. It's one of my most anticipated releases for 2023. Oh, that hurts. I like anything heist fraud. The cover of this is epic. Another one that hurts. Feed the Silence by Lee Mandello. Lee Mandello wrote Summer Sons. I was actually approved for an arc of Summer Sons last year. That might have been one of the first Netgalley audiobooks I ever listened to. So I was hopeful I would get this one, but I didn't. But I really liked the atmosphere that Lee Mandello writes, so I will definitely be reading that when it comes out next year. Lizzie Blake's Big Mistake by Maisie Eddings, which I can't feel too sad about because I do have an ALC of the first book, A Brush of Love from Libro Femme, that I haven't listened to yet, so I can't be too sad that I wasn't approved for this one. Oh, another one that hurts. Long Live the Pumpkin Queen by Shay Earnshaw. This comes out this month, and I think I forgot to talk about it in my most anticipated books of the month. This is obviously like the Pumpkin Queen retelling, and it looks so good and fun and the perfect book to like transition into fall with, so I will be listening to that no matter what. A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. Another one that hurt because I love Julie Murphy. I've read everything she's ever written. This is a Christmas book. That one was a sad one. Purr for the Crown Shy. That also really hurt. Becky Chambers is one of my favorite authors of all time, but good news, I just read A Prayer for the Crown Shy this week. I finished it this morning as I'm filming this. 5 stars, adored it. I will talk about that in a future video, but are we surprised it's Becky Chambers? Another Christmas one I was denied. Very sad. Seasons of Love by Helena Greer. Another sad one. The Drowned Woods by Emily Lloyd-Jones. That is out now. I was so anticipating this book, so that was really sad. Maggie Moves On by Lucy Score. Another romance that I was declined. The Stardust Thief, which I have a copy of, so I will read that eventually, but another sad one. One that doesn't come out for a while. This one hurt. Drizzle Dreams and Love Struck Things. I think this is a YA contemporary romance that like takes place over different seasons, but this cover is so cute. I was also denied for The Hookup Plan, but I just read that as well. I will talk about that in a future video. Kaiki, yep, that was a sad one as well. Oh, one of my 5-star predictions. Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. This is a romance between a woman who's really into true crime and her next door neighbor who she has suspicious feelings about. She thinks he's like a murderer or something, but they actually fall in love. And I was not approved for that, but it is one of my 5-star predictions, and it comes out this month, I think. An Arrow for the Moon, I have a copy of that now, I should read it. Wild and Wicked Things by Francesca May, I've heard great things about and I forgot about, so going through this makes me realize I need to give that one a try. I wonder if that's on Script. Haven again, I was declined for both the ebook and the audiobook of Haven, so they really did not want me to read that. So those are the ones that I have been declined for lately. So that is sad. I feel like it's more than the ones that I are actually on my TBR, but that's fair. I have not been great about keeping up with my Netgalley percentage. So I would love to know if you use Netgalley, what your percentage is, how you use it, if you have embraced the audiobooks, what you think of the app, all that stuff, what's coming up on your Netgalley TBR, what are you requesting, what is in your pending. I want to hear it all. Let me know and we can bond together over the mystery that is Netgalley. And do you ever get approved for Berkeley or Forever e-arcs or audiobooks? Because I never do, which I think is funny. And that's just, I'm looking, I'm like, oh, not Berkeley. I always get that sorry email from them. So I just love Netgalley though. It's so great that this is even a thing for us, and I will continue to use it and embrace it and just go with the flow. So thank you so much for watching this video. I will talk to you all soon. Bye for now.